God want me to deliver this message to you guys. So, when it comes down to isolation, when it comes down to being by yourself and being alone, it's going to hurt. Okay, it's going to suck for the longest time. Okay, no matter how long you have to endure isolation, you need to know this one thing. Isolation is only a prerequisite to elevation. Okay? Isolation will lead to elevation. As you isolate yourself, you need to look at the pros of being by yourself and stop feeling bad about not fitting in. Okay, the reason why you're depressed through isolation is because you want to fit in so much with, third dimensional people that are so attached to the matrix, but you don't even understand, you can't even comprehend that what God is doing for your life, what he's doing for you, how he's working through you. He does not want you to fit in. He does not want you to blend in with the crowd, because God sets you apart for a bigger purpose. He sets you apart for a mission for you to accomplish. He has instructions that he wants you to carry out for him. Okay? He ain't got time for you to be hitting the club every Saturday night with your homies that are doing nothing with their lives. They're throwing away their money. They worship money. Okay? They're over here chasing females left and right. He ain't got time for you to throw away your potential for just short-term pleasure. The Most High did not bring you into this world for that. Okay? He does not want you to be like the sheep. He wants you to be the black sheep, like me. He wants you to walk solo dolo. Even if it's for like 2 or 3 years or longer, just know that there is light on the other side. Yes, when you are separated from family and you're cut off from family and friends that you were really cool with, you had a great connection with, but then things just kind of, they went to a downward spiral. Okay, things, got really suspicious. People started switching up, getting fake. Okay? The support stopped happening for you. People stopped supporting you. And it's going to be hard for you to take that in at first. But just know that the initiation of being isolated in life is going to suck. It's going to hurt. You're going to have a lot of bad days ahead of you. I'm just being honest, because I had to endure this myself. This is coming from somebody that lost a lot of family, lost a lot of friendships over the years, and I had to get to a point where I had to isolate myself in order to grow, in order to reflect on my life and to see what I'm doing wrong and see how I can fix myself and heal. It was really tough at first because I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to cope with isolation at first. Okay? It's like going into the water for the first time. It's going to be very cold. The water is very cold. It's going to freeze up your entire body. Your body's going to be uncomfortable. But as every day consistently, when you step into that water, your body's going to become more and more conditioned to the water. Okay? It's like it's just like when you're isolated, your mind will become more conditioned to it. Because you'll learn to just accept the fact you don't fit in, you don't blend in with other people, you don't share the same values as other people, okay? You just gotta come to that realization with yourself. It's tough. But in due time, you're gonna become conditioned to being isolated. And through isolation, you will start to tap into your creativity. You will start to tap into your talents and your skills, what you are good at, and then you'll start to really work on what you're good at. You'll start to practice and, work on your crafts and get to a point where you start using that craft as a means, to make money, to compensate yourself. Whether it's a career or a business, whatever. You have no idea how beneficial isolation can be because you're so caught up with other people. You're so caught up in other people's opinions. You're so caught up in other people's energy. You're so caught up with being validated all the time that you don't need validation. The only reason why you stick around those people, those friends, is because you want to be validated so bad. Okay? You want to be validated, but the truth is, no matter how hard you try to fit in, you will never be validated from these people. You will never be validated from these people. The only entity that can validate you is the Most High. That is it. Only God can validate you. And being in isolation, you need to get closer to the Father. You need to give your life to Christ and choose Him as your God. Because you can only pick one side. You can't choose the devil and choose God at the same time. You can only pick one God. You can't go to all these other gods and get information and get confirmation and get validation or whatever you're seeking to get. Bro, listen. You can only seek and get what you have to get from the Most High, from the Creator, from Yahshua, from Yahweh. That is the only God that you're going to get the most from, that you're going to get everything from. That is the only God that you are going to get happiness and peace and riches and prosperity and abundance from when you start to follow His instructions. You start practicing His laws, statutes, and commandments, and you recite them every day. And you give thanks. You show gratitude. You wake up in the spirit of gratitude. And you shall rejoice in the Lord's salvation. I'm telling you, isolation, it will be the best thing for you long term. Because you're going to start to see the world in a different light. Being in isolation is the true awakening of your soul, of the human spirit. I truly believe that isolation is the true awakening process of God's chosen people. So don't take this as a bad thing. There's a reason why you don't have any friends. There's a reason why your family is disconnected from you. There's a reason why you don't fit in with a lot of people. Okay? Isolation is only going to lead you to the Father's kingdom. And I would rather be alone for the rest of my damn life if I knew I was going to the Father's kingdom, that I would allow access to His kingdom. I'd rather stay out of the way of trouble and mischievous behavior and knowing that I will gain access into heaven with a sovereign mind and a pure heart. So this is my message for you chosen ones. I don't like to throw that word around a lot, but God has chosen people, and not everybody's made to be chosen. But if you're walking this path of isolation, and you know that God has a bigger plan for you, and you're aware of this, and you know you're fighting demons. I mean, we're all fighting demons. You know, what am I talking about? We're all fighting demons. But only certain people are going to overcome those demons. Only certain people are going to elevate from those demons. Not everybody is going to overcome their demons. But see, if you're serious about elevation, you will isolate yourself, and you will give your life to the Most High to free yourself from those demonic spirits. Whatever is putting a stranglehold on your talents and your skills and your dreams and your potential, you ought to pray about it, that God eliminates whatever is holding you back from excelling, to withdraw those evil demonic spirits from you so that they will no longer be attached to you and no longer hold you back. So with that being said, I want y'all to really take account in being isolated, and understand that isolation is not a bad thing. Okay? The reason why you feel bad about being isolated is because you still have that FOMO mindset. Okay, you're still controlled by that, fear of missing out mentality. And a lot of you guys have that mentality. You fear missing out. But in reality, you're not missing out on nothing. You're not missing out on nothing. So, enough with the FOMO mentality. You ain't missing anything. I can promise you that you are not missing anything. Isolation is only bad when you make it that way. But like I said earlier, it's going to hurt at first. Okay? But that's normally the best things that are for us are always going to be the hardest to take in. The best things for us are always the hardest to take in. Because we're so used to being surrounded by, different people. We're so used to, wanting to feel validated and accepted. We still hold on to people's validation of us. That's why we cannot grow. That's why you cannot get past your carnal mind, because you're so focused on getting validated from people. Okay, from social media and real life. Okay, listen, bro, and sis, even. You were reminded of the fact in middle school and high school, your childhood, and now in your adult years, your prime years, that you do not fit in with the crowd. Okay, you were given constant reminder. It took me a while, even after high school, to figure this out, that, hey, I do not blend in well with these people. Okay? This is not the path for me. This is not the group of people that I need to be surrounded by. Their energy is too toxic for me. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to start listening to your intuition and trust in your gut. When something is off around you, when something is not right, and you feel this dark presence around you, whenever you get around people, you just sense this dark energy surrounding you. You need to trust that. You need to trust that. And you need to separate yourself from that, so it does not have a stranglehold on your life. So, don't let this wind pass me by. It's beautiful out here. Very beautiful out. But yeah, man, isolation for me has led me to progress in my life on all levels, has led me to the Father, has led me to another level in my life. And honestly, there's no point in me going back. I would not want to replace this life with anything else, because I just would not. I just would not. I would rather be on this path than to be on a path where I'm sinning all the time. I would rather be on this path than to be around people that don't support me. I'd rather be on this path than to not realize my full potential. So that being said, man, thank y'all for watching the video. Hopefully you got a lot of clarification on isolation. And like I said, I'm just a messenger, and God wanted me to deliver this message to you guys. With that being said, God bless every single one of y'all for watching. More videos are to come, and I'm out, man. Peace.